Hey, everybody, welcome back. Evan, the OG, the original Grognard. Yeah, I know. It's been a couple, 3 weeks since y'all have heard from me. Yeah, long story short, my dad decided he wanted to downsize the house. Basically, they needed to sell the house to help augment their income for their retirement. And so basically, for the last year and a half, Dad and I have been refurbishing the house to get it up to really nice standards so they could get the maximum amount of return for it when they sell it. And that hasn't been the bad part. I mean, we've been doing it at a steady pace, but about a month ago, Mom and Dad found a new place to live in and bought it and moved into it. So we kind of had to increase the pace of getting the house done. And for about the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, my dad and I have been working at a frantic pace up there just to get everything done. Now, normally this wouldn't be a problem, but my father also has a very bad tendency to underestimate how long it's going to take us to do things. And a lot of the stuff that he has me around for, grunt labor, is stuff that could have been done 6 months, a year ago. I made 6 dump runs with the pickup truck in 5 days and hauled over 1.5 tons of stuff from the house to the dump. Now, I don't know if some of you know this, but I am not a svelte individual. I am a rotund man. I live a sedentary lifestyle. So I don't do a lot of physical labor anymore. However, in my mind, I still think I'm, that 20-year-old serviceman can do pretty much anything. So when the last couple 3 weeks, the requirement for heavy physical exertion has been there, and my mind is going, oh yeah, let's do this. We can do this. Of course, my body looks up at me and says, "What the hell are you talking about, fat boy?" Yeah, I've been coming home very stiff, very sore, very tired, going to bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock most nights. But fortunately, the house is we've got 1 or 2 more days worth of stuff to do, as long as my father doesn't keep finding things for us to do. But the house is on the market, so we kind of got to get everything done ASAP. Fortunately, like I said, there's like 1 or 2 more things, plus moving the last of his stuff out of the garage. But I figured, all right, I need to get a video out. Y'all gonna think I died or went off someplace or went on sabbatical or joined a Buddhist monk or decided to climb Mount Everest or something. So obviously, this is not going to be a gameplay video. What do we got? We got a box. Oh my god, we got a box. We like boxes. And now this is not a box and a lid box. This is just a box. This is a thick box. I mean, yeah, there's my pudgy hand, my fat finger. Well, not so much fat fingers, but my hand right there. It's a heavy ass box too. It's like 12 pounds. And yeah, sharp eye viewers will see Lock and Load Publishing. They do big boxes. That's all I gotta say. So I've been sitting on this for like 3 days because I've just been too exhausted to be able to crack it open and take a look at it. So I figured, what better way to do a video of an unboxing is just straight from the beginning. I know what's in here, but I don't know what's in here. I mean, I know, but I don't know. No. Anyways, yeah, I'm a little bit punchy from the last few weeks. So let's go ahead and cut into this and find out what's in the box together. I got this is one of my pocket knives. I carry multiple pocket knives. That's my train knife. I like my train knife. It's not very sharp, but this isn't my sharp knife for what I need sharp cutting things for. This is good for tape and paper and stuff like that. Alright, what do we got? We got packing foam. God damn it. I hate packing foam. Shit gets everywhere. Oh my god, this is horrible. But there's baggies, lots of baggies in here. All right, so let's pull. Ooh! What is it? What is it? It's World at War 85 stuff. And what are we looking at? We're looking at West German Soviet stuff. But we've already seen West German and Soviet stuff. I know you're saying that, but this is more World at War Storming the Gap stuff. Let's take a look. What else we got? Oh, more cards. Oh my, data cards. Oh, what is this? Storming the Gap, Defense of Frankfurt, Storm and Steel. Oh my god. Well, like I said, I kind of already know what this is. This is some of the Kickstarter stuff. Now, I will go ahead and preface all of this by saying this is prototype equipment. This is the stuff that's generated in-house for playtesting, for reviewing, for checking to see how everything looks before they ship all the information off to the publishers, or not the publishers, the publisher, I guess you could call them publishers, for the final printing. So what's going to be in this box isn't exactly what's going to be exactly what people are going to be getting with their Kickstarter edition, but you know, it's close enough for us for what we're doing. What do we got? Oh my god, we got more cards. What? More West Germans. Woohoo! We'll get to all these later. Oh my god. Let's see, what do we got here? We got some Nations at War. Solo Assist. Ooh, I didn't know I was going to be getting this. Nations at War, World at War 85. Oh yeah, actually I did. This is this is part of the Kickstarter. So I think this is part of the Kickstarter. This is really cool because Nations at War operates pretty much with the same rule set as World at War 85. So the two systems are really basically the same. It's just, you know, Nations at War is World War II. World of War 85 is obviously modern day. But this is a solo assistant, one product, and you can kind of see, you got a Panzerkampfwagen 4 and M1A1 Abrams there. Yeah, that may be an A2. It was probably an A1. This is a product, a solo assistant, that can be used for both game systems. So I think that's really, really, really cool. That they give you multiple product, or one item that can be used with multiple products. Again, just showing that Lock and Load is upping the game. Oh, here we go. Storming the Gap. I told you I was punchy. Storming the Gap, the drive on Giessen, World at War 85. This is the campaign. This is what I've been looking forward to. This is what I've been waiting for. I love campaign systems. Absolutely love campaign systems. I mean, sure, fine scenarios are fine, but usually you just throw everything you've got into fulfilling whatever scenario objectives there are. With larger campaign systems, you have to worry about you're keeping your forces alive because they carry over from battle to battle. And I speak mostly coming from ASL historical campaigns, because they're one of the few companies out there that have done a really intense job with their historical campaign modules. I wish more game companies did that. I truly love... for computer games, John Tiller games, I love John Tiller games because they will give you massive full campaigns. I mean, I was doing, and you can go back and see some of the... Did I do some videos on that? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't think I did. For the Siege of Budapest. 300 turn campaign game. And I've done videos on Operation Sea Lion, which was 180 turns. So long-term campaigns, I really grok them. And so this is the Drive on Giessen. This is the campaign, one of the campaigns, or at least the campaign for Storming the Gap. I'm sure each future game in the series is going to have its own campaign. But yeah, I've really been looking forward to that. We'll set that to the side, crack it open. Oh, it looks like we've got counters. Oh, maybe not. Utility counter sheet. Oh, good. More admin counters, because you can never have enough admin counters, especially when you have the really big games like the Frankfurt scenario, which is supposed to be massively huge. You're going to need a lot more utility admin counters. What else have we got? Good God. I forgot how much stuff was in the Kickstarter. If you have not signed up for the Kickstarter yet, I mean, yeah, granted, it's over. I think, now don't quote me on this because I haven't been to the website in a while. I think you can still go in and sign up for the Kickstarter. And it's honestly, it's close to $500 worth of merchandise. You get it for like $100. Storm in the Gap. Storm and Steel. This is the Czech forces. This is the Czechoslovakian forces, I believe. Yes, West Germans defending against Czech and Soviet invaders. 2 new counter sheets, 60 formation cards, 3 new maps. Oh my God, more maps. Ah, cool. Okay, we're gonna have to crack that open and take a look at that later. Oh my God, more cards. Now, also, you're thinking, if all this stuff is coming in the Kickstarter, where the hell's it gonna go? The boxes. I mean, this is a second. This is what, a 5-inch box, and all this stuff is packed into that. Well, if you order the Kickstarter set, you're getting more than just one box. I think they're giving us 2, maybe 3 boxes. Again, it's been a little bit since I checked out the website. But all right, more cards. Oh my God, more formation cards. I'm trying not. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Look at how thick this is. Oh, that's what she said. Defense of Frankfurt. This is the massive. I believe this is. I mean, just take a look. Take a look at this. Take a look right here. Let's focus in a little bit. Yes, I'm back to using my cell phone. Cell phone gives me better clarity than my camera did. And I'm about to go smack some children outside of my apartment, or at least close the window. Look at all these. These are all maps. This is an 8, I believe, 8 panel. Okay, now granted, there's more than 8 because there's 2 maps make up a panel in the prototypes. This is an 8 map massive scenario for, obviously, the defense of Frankfurt. And I know I'm getting light glare all over the place. Oh my God, that's so cool. It's heavy. Is there more in here? There's the popcorn. There is more. It's still got stuff in it. It's like this is like a bag of holding. It's never ending. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God. Another. Are those mounted map? Oh, boys and girls. Nope, those got to be the counter sheets. I was hoping for a second mounted map boards. Here we go. Storm in the Gap. Base game. I already have this. He already sent this to me. But, I think... Let's just check to make sure. Oh, yeah. This is just another copy of the base game. But it doesn't look like it has the rules, but that's okay, because the rules can be gotten as a PDF online. Let's see, what is this? May, and the retail version isn't dropping until July, so we still got a good month and a half. We may be having a contest for this. I'm gonna have to go through this separately just to make sure there's nothing in here that I really need. But we may be having a contest, because like I said, I've already got a copy of this. So cool. We'll set that to the side. What do we got? Oh, it's still not empty. The bag of holding is just gigantic and massive. What is this? Oh, so these are the cards for the solo assistant. If you're familiar with the Lock and Load tactical solo, it's got a couple decks of cards. And here's the decks of cards for the solo assistant for Nations at War and World of War 85. Oh, okay, so here it is. Here's the full rule book, core rules and module rules and scenarios. Again, I already have these. These were provided in the prototype. Oh, well, this is rule set 2.0. I may have to take a look at mine. I don't think mine's 2.0. Of course, not that I'd be able to tell right off the bat, because I know I've been talking with Keith, and he said there's a few things that he's had to change. Not a lot. There's just a few minor changes and tweaks that Keith has made from the version that I have to what is now 2.0 and what I'm going to go out on a limb and assume everybody's going to get. So, but yeah, that's an entire prototype. I think I am going to be talking to David and see if he's okay with me giving this extra copy away as a prize. And yeah, let me talk to David about that. We'll see what we can do for that. Is that all of it? That's all of it. That's all of it. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's the overview of what we got. All right, so let's take a look. Let's start looking at these cards. Now, I've got so much stuff here. I'm going to have to go through and figure out which one are the defensive Frankfurt cards, which one are the second wave cards, and which ones are the drive on Giessen cards. So let's see, we're looking at West German. Okay, Czech. So this has got to be second wave because the Czech forces. Ooh, F4 Phantoms for the West Germans. I didn't know they used. I guess they did use Phantoms. West Germans, Czech, Westdeutschland, Czech, Czechoslovakia, the MiG-23 Flogger. Ooh. Mountain Aviation, nice. Hansa-Grenadier, Mountain Aviation. Yeah, I'll have to go through these. Again, these are prototype cards, so if you notice, I mean, there is a little bit, the trimming on them isn't the greatest. Like I said, these are in-house designed products or printed products. This is not what the final product is going to be. The final product is definitely going to be much better and the higher quality that we've come to expect from Lock and Load Publishing. All right, so let's take a look at what this is. These are some more formation cards. I have a feeling this is for defensive Frankfurt. God, I hope this isn't for just for defensive Frankfurt, because that would be a lot of formations. Let's see, West Germans. Oh, you know what? This is probably also the formation cards for the other second complete game. Although, oh, there's a blank card. Maybe not. No. Yeah. The objectives. East Germans. Trying to see if I recognize any of the formations. 4 152nd. TF Green. Okay, this has got to be for Frankfurt, the cards for Frankfurt and second wave, because I'm not noticing. They look, just even looking at the color bands, they're different than the base color bands. This is a dark blue. I don't remember the dark blue in the original base game. So yeah, a bunch more formation cards. Another blank card. So these have got to be for defensive Frankfurt and Storm and Steel. There is one way that could really easily blank cards. 8th ID, 3rd Armored. Yeah, this has got to be 8th Guard Spetsnaz. Yeah, this has got to be for second wave and defensive Frankfurt, or maybe even just defensive Frankfurt, because these were the cards for second wave. All right, I'm gonna have to go through those and figure those out myself. That's okay. Stuff all these in, and obviously the Packers at Lock and Load are much more proficient at packing this stuff than I am. Just get in there, oh my god. Okay, so these are the data cards. So this is the data cards that you use if you want to play the game miniatures, and I'm gonna guess that this is everything from the base game plus the Czechoslovakian. Yeah, right there. Yeah, so okay, yeah, that's the Czech stuff. All right, so these are the unit cards for all the Kickstarter. All right, cool. Again, really great if you want to play it as a miniatures game. It's got your range, armor-piercing, high-explosive move, playing it on the hex, playing it in 6mm, 15mm, 28mm. Really, really cool if you want to play the game in miniature. And there are a couple guys out there who are playing the game in miniature, but they're playing it on boards. So I mean, they're one guy, Mark, has 3D printed up the 3 basic maps from the base game, and he's been doing some playing with that with miniatures, and he's done. Actually, it's a pretty good job. It says it takes him about 2 weeks to print out one board with 3D printers. It's like, yeah, 3D printers are great and all, but it's not a fast process. So, okay, we got that. Oh my God, just settle in there. My OCD is kicking in. I've gotta straighten everything. Straighten it all up. Damn you, OCD. I get it from my father's side of the family. All right, so there's that. And look at that. Did I already go through this? Was this the one with the Czech forces in it? Panzeraufklärung Battalion. That's a reconnaissance battalion. If my German holds correct. I don't know which one. Okay, so this has got to be Defense of Frankfurt, because the Defense of Frankfurt have got these new activation cards that when you pull it as an activation, this is the brigade level, so you can activate those companies rather than having, individual formation cards. So third battalion, or 3rd Company, 8th Infantry Battalion, 3rd Battalion, 8th Infantry, whatever. Activate these companies, A, B, C, and D. So, yeah. So those have got to be the cards for the Defense of Frankfurt. Okay. Don't think we need to take a look at the utility counter sheet. I mean, it's one or two. It's one counter sheet. It's one counter sheet of admin markers. Don't really need to take a look at it. Everybody knows what admin counters look like. Okay, let's see. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So again, if you're familiar with the lock and load solo tactical system, and I'm not really. I mean, I have it, but I haven't been able to. I've been a little bit busy with a bunch of other stuff. I haven't been able to sit down and work with it too much. But these are the quote unquote the programmed AI that you use for the opposing player, or against the bot, as you will. That's the AI deck that you use. Draw the cards to find out what the formations do. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at this real quick. It's not real thick, and like I said, this works for both Nations at War and World at War 85. So yeah, sequence of play card, then nice little module rules, how to use them, solo assistant, walkthrough, developer's notes. Yeah, like I said, I haven't used it that much. Well, I haven't used it at all because I haven't really had the time to do it. But yeah, there you go. There's that. Oh, get back in there. Hands are not cooperating tonight. All right, let's take a look at what we really wanted to take a look at. Let's do second wave first. Let's go. Again, you got to remember, I have not seen any of this yet. This is all brand. I mean, I knew it was coming, but okay. So we've got a little. Okay, terrain effects chart. Let's see if there's any new terrain types. Clear, cultivated, rough, city, wood, hill city. Nope. So another terrain effects chart, because you can never go wrong with having too many terrain effects charts. And the module cover front and back. Like so. Then what do we got here? We got West German. National unit. These, I don't think. Okay, it looks like it does have a few new units listed here. Mine plow. Recoilless rifle, Jeep, Panzer self-propelled mortars, basically 113s, or M113s with probably 81 millimeter mortars in them, 82 Rolands, territorial police units, Fuchs, and UH1s. So a couple new formations, or a couple new units, and then to get going into, looks like this is for the purchasing. So you can purchase your own formations for design your own or for miniatures games. So like it cost light blue Panzer Company, which consists of 3 Leopard tanks, is going to cost you 174 points. So that gives kind of a cool breakdown. And then support weapons, infantry troops, all that good stuff. And then, all right, here we go. This is we haven't seen this yet. There's more West Germans. Okay, infantry para, infantry engineers, Gepards. Yeah, this is some of the new stuff that's in here. BO 105s, commandos, and then just more national units. Lusch, Spas, Pattens, Martyrs. Yeah, all right, so that's both of those are West German. Okay, here it is. This is what. All right, Czech Republic. We have not seen this yet. So what are we looking at? What the hell? Dana wheeled self-propelled who's going to put I don't understand that. Why are you going to put artillery, self-propelled artillery wheeled? Spigots, yeah, T-55s, T-62s. Oh, they do have some T-72s, but no T-80s. They got no real teeth. I mean, when the T-72 is the biggest teeth you got. Well, it is Czech forces after all. Let's see, what do we got here? Those are prices for formations, and then special weapons, 82 millimeter. Oh, that's a recoilless rifle. Why would you do an 82 millimeter and recoilless? I think you do at least 105. Infantry, M46 Arty, helicopters, MiG-23s, SAMs, a bunch of attached units. Now what do we got here? Okay, more bulk of BVPs. That's got to be a derivation of the BMPs. I don't know Czech equipment. What's that? I barely know Warsaw Pact or Soviet. So yeah, M46 Arty Battalion, infantry, engineers, headquarters. What do we got here? Hens. That's a Hen, but I don't know what the 4AV is. Or the 4A Hound. Again, like I said, I've never been real strong on Warsaw Pact equipment. OT-64s, yeah. SA-7s. OTs are... That's out-of-date equipment. That's like 70s equipment, I think. Don't quote me on it. And if I'm wrong, don't yell at me. Jeez, I get things wrong. So, yeah, and Gaskins for SAMs. All right. So there's the unit charts for the Czechs. Really want to beat some kids. And again, you got to remember, these are really thick counters, but this is the in-house produced stuff. This is not what you're going to get in the final copy. If you know Lock and Load, you know what their counters are. Yeah, I mean, this is basically laser cut. And you can kind of tell because there's a real kind of a burnt outline to each one of them. And it definitely smells. Yeah, I can smell that burnt smell. It goes away after a couple days. But like I said, this is all the in-house stuff. The actual stuff that you'll get in the final retail product is going to be die cut, like all Lock and Load. I mean, as far as I know, David has used the same printer over in China for all of his gaming materials. So 2 sheets of counters for the Czech and new West German stuff. So that's pretty cool because we always need more counters. Module and scenario rules. Revision 1. We like having up-to-date revisions. So what do we got? So we got combat engineers. Now these are not spiral bound. I wouldn't think these would be spiral bound. You don't need these to be spiral bound. Oh, got a campaign map. So it looks like there's 5 new scenarios. It uses the Czech 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I can count. Let's see. Morris tell. Yeah, this is all Czech. West German. Looks like they used the new maps. Staubing West. or Straubing West, Straubing South, Moore's counterattack. I have no idea what any of these are because I haven't read. But, you know, 2 maps. So far, the maps look kind of cool. I haven't taken a look at the maps yet. Last Crossings. Big scenario. Big scenario. Big scenario. Big scenario. And then advertisements. So let's take a look. What are some... let's see. The only new rules really for this module specific: combat engineers in assault. It's an optional rule. High rate of fire, high explosive. Oh yeah, certain infantry and cav fighting vehicles have high explosive firepower, is powerful enough to attack heavy armored targets at shorter ranges. We had that in the base game. It looks like the Czech unit is there. The Czech Hind is the Mi-24 is the only one that can do it. And then advanced night fighting capabilities. Again, we know that, but they're just expanding it to the new units, which is the Czech Hind and the Vestrim and BO-105. All right, so that's cool. All right. That's what a lot of us really want to take a look. Ooh, new maps. 48. Wow. Oh, but look at that. Oh, that is pretty. That is just... And again, like I said, these are the in-print things. I'm fairly certain that the final... So I got to merge these together. But I'm fairly certain that the final production value that you're going to get in the retail copies, all these maps are going to be 1 panel. But, oh, look at that. That's brutal terrain. That is just absolutely brutal terrain. Big old hill over here. Lots of woods. Oh my God. That's going to be a nightmare to fight through. Let's see what we got next. Okay. Did he give me a couple extra maps of these? Nope, this is another one. 47. Oh my God. This is nothing but woods. Ugh. A little... I mean, just take a look at that. You got one village right in the middle, and massive amounts. Oh, these are going to be bloody to fight through. Let's see. All right, dealing with front door issue. All right, let's see. 40 again. This map set is obsessed with woods. Woods everywhere. Well, you know, I guess it's going to make line of sight real easy. There's a lot of maps in here. That's just 3 maps so far. That's basically what was all in the base game. Oh, yeah. All right. So here we go. There's also 3 maps with the winter version. I forgot these were added in. Where's the number at? These do not have the numbers on them to identify which map it is. Oh, well. I'm sure looking at the scenario, you can figure out which map it's supposed to be. But yep, winterized version. Now, I think adding the winterized version maps are really cool. I'm just not quite sure why the Soviets would have bothered to attack during the winter time, because it basically would have locked down most of their aircraft, because the Soviets didn't have a lot of aircraft that was all-weather, whereas the U.S. at least had some all-weather aircraft. So it's really cool. I'm sure there's some extra rules for fighting in the snow. But I'm just not sure strategically if it would have been that good of an idea for the Soviets attack during wintertime. I mean, definitely would have gotten surprised, that's for sure. But surprise will only carry you so far when your planes can't fly. So, yeah, there we go. Good looking maps, though. Absolutely beautiful. Step above the original, and I liked the original maps. I didn't have any issues or any problems with the original maps. They were definitely serviceable, but these are definitely several steps above. All right, so let's see if I can get this back in the bag. All right. You're really gonna need a second box for all this stuff. A good thing they're providing a second box. All right, what do I want to look at next? Drive on Giessen or defensive Frankfurt? I think we're gonna go with defensive Frankfurt because it's so huge. That's what she said. Yes, like I said, I'm a little bit punchy after the last few weeks of work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so like we saw with Second Wave, we've got a module, again, another terrain effects chart. Looks like it's the exact same terrain effects chart. Module folder. Yeah. Lots of maps. The defense of Frankfurt is one massive historical map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 panels large. And the Kickstarter has both clear weather and the winter versions. So that's a grand total of 16 maps. I mean, what other game company gives you that many maps in just a normal game? This is I like to call these Kickstarter expansions DLCs. I'm air quoting DLCs. Module and scenario rules. Let's take a look. What have we got? Again, okay, so we got a little introduction. High rate of fire. We've seen that. That's a rule from the original. But it is definitely going to specify which units, I believe, specific to this scenario module. M2s, M3s, Bradleys, Cobras, AH-64s, Soviet Mil-24s. Again, we saw that in Second Wave. And boy, lots of advanced night fighting capabilities. Most of them U.S., obviously. A couple Soviet, just one Soviet, one West German. Okay, so yeah, and then it goes into battalion regimental activation system optional rules. So this is where, let's see. Complete optional activation system allows for a different style of play for larger scenarios. Using the system, larger organization assets can be activated simultaneously, like NATO battalions and Soviet regiments. In addition, new type of artillery and support formations like brigade and divisional level artillery and other brigade and divisional assets are easily integrated. In general, NATO players will use battalion formation cards instead of their usual company level cards. When a battalion card is drawn, all of NATO company formations on that card may activate one at a time. One company must complete its formation before it goes to the next company. Okay. Important, not all companies may be in each scenario. Similarly, WP players will use regimental formation cards instead of their usual battalion level cards. When a regimental card is drawn, all the Warsaw Pact battalion formations listed in that regiment may activate one at a time. One battalion must complete its formation inputs. Okay, so now what I had originally thought is that, and for some strange odd reason, my camera decided to cut out, and I lost like 5 minutes of me bloviating. Anyway, so what I was saying before I was really cut off by my phone is that I originally thought that these cards, one of these cards, you could choose to activate one of the subformations, but it looks like it's activating every formation. So I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like the impulse system as it works now, where you're doing, company/battalion at a time, and so you're able to act and react to what the opponent's doing, rather than, the entire battalion or regiment acting in concert at once. But we'll have to play to see to find out. Rules. 2 scenarios. 2 scenarios for the game. Scenario 1, Scenario 2. Let's see. Break through the Frankfurt. We got West German formations, West German reserves, NATO formations, reserves, Soviets. Big scenario. I mean, we're talking 6, 8, 10 pages, 12 pages already. Scenario essentials. How the regimental formation cards work and what the sub-formations are. And yeah, this right here is the layout of the maps. Like I said, 8 map panels for a historically accurate, or not historically, actual real-life accurate, geomorphic, historical map. I mean, it's basically, they took a screenshot from above, they went to Google Maps, and basically, map panels 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. That's for Frankfurt. I mean, I can't do that on my table. I could get maybe 4 map panels on this thing. I mean, it's about, and that's pushing it. I'd have to pull out my insert, or my extender, my cardboard box that I use as an extender when I have too big of a map to fit on my card table. So I could not do the scenario really easy. Scenario 2, hold the damn line. I kind of like that title. U.S. 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 West German. Warsaw Pact. Warsaw Pact. Lots of Warsaw Pact, I have a feeling. Lots of Warsaw Pact. And then, yeah, again, the higher command formation cards. And yeah, again, this one is using all 8 maps. Oh my God. Alright, so that's that. Okay, so international unit tables again. Soviet, we've seen these before. Looks like there's a bunch of new units. Yeah. 2S7 spas, 2S3 spas, multiple MLRS units, BM1Ps, BRTs, BRDM. Yeah, so it's kind of a combination. I'm fairly certain this is just all the units that are in this scenario pack. Hens, what do we got? D64s, trucks, and again, if you want to play with miniatures or even a build your own on the tabletop, all right. So Tank Battalion T80. Helps if I have it up. Tank Battalion T80, 10 T80s. It's going to cost you 630 points. Formation cards, and then additional support units, and what the cost is. So I'm guessing one BMP1 is going to be 25 points. One BRDM2 is going to be 15, so on and so forth. So, yeah. Yep, that's all the Soviet stuff. And again, US stuff. We've seen these cards before. Yep. Yeah, it even specifically says defensive Frankfurt. So it's going to only have the units that are in the scenario pack, or DLC, or whatever you want to call it. And then West German national units. Doesn't look like there's many. Am I missing a card? There might be a West German card that I'm missing. Nope, West German. One of one. So there's only one card. Leopards and Lucius. Alright, so there's that. That's good stuff. Alright, counter sheets. We got a couple new counter sheets here. Soviets. Actually, let's take a look at the front. You can always tell the front of the unit because they've got the solid stripe. The back of the unit, when they've taken the step loss, has got the color band and then the white stripe on it. Well, plus we're, one-step units for the one-step units. So, yeah, okay, just some more color-specific counters for the formations. And then here's... I'm sure you also use a lot of the counters from the original base game as well, because I don't think, for as big as those scenarios are, well, maybe these are all... These might be all the counters that you need to play everything. No, there's no infantry in. Oh, there's a couple infantry. So I'll have to take a look and dig into that deeper. Do you want to take a look at the maps? Do you really want to take... Oh, my God. All right, let's take a look at some of the maps. Let's not take a look at the winter ones. I don't want to look at the winter ones. Let's take a look. You can tell these were printed near the laser printer. Because if you can just barely see, you got little fingerprints with the ash residue. Actually, those may be even my fingerprints that I got from getting the carbon off of. I mean, you can kind of see. Yeah, those are probably my fingerprints because my fingers are a little bit stained from the ash. But all right, let's see. What is this? Okay, so this is 37, and again, like I said, these are historically accurate. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, right there. Like so. So, yeah. Pretty good stuff. I'm not going to go through all the maps. Don't want to go through all the maps. Let's take a look at something a little bit deeper. Ooh. A lot of road networks there. We got some pretty big cities to fight through. Let's see. It's 99. So this one would go like... It's almost like playing a puzzle, trying to figure out how the maps go together. Lots of road networks. Lots of road networks everywhere. Got that. Let's take... Yeah, see, here we're getting into some... Well, there's some big villages, or suburbs, I guess you could say. But still some farmland, too. Rivers to cross. River crossings are always fun. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This one looks like majority. Does this one even go to this map? I can't tell. I don't think this one goes to the... Oh, well, maybe no. No? No, this one, these two maps don't go together. And like I said, these are set up double paneled because they're in-house print jobs. Your versions are going to come as one piece. Well, that's not going together either. Oh my God. Oh well, I'll have to figure these all out later. But yeah, I mean, we're getting some pretty big urban areas to fight over for Frankfurt. And then, of course, the winterized versions. So, alright, so there's that. Lots and lots of maps. Like I said, 16 maps for just one Kickstarter threshold. This is almost too much stuff. Is that even possible, OG? Why, yes. Yes, it is possible. Not that I'm complaining, but there's a lot of stuff here to devour. It's going to take you some time to go through this. I mean, obviously, we're closing in on an hour of me doing this, and this is just me looking at it, not even really digging into it. Okay, so the thing I've been really waiting for, the Tryphon Giessen campaign system. So let's take a look. Hope it holds up to... Hope it holds up to what I've imagined in my mind the game could be. The campaign game could be. I don't want to come. There we go. All right, let's. Okay, so I'm going to guess this is a terrain effects chart. Oh no, look at that. Okay, this is the actual modules itself, the actual rules for. Oh, you got the little campaign map. Now, what this reminds me of is this point-to-point. Who was it? GDW. Back in the day, in the 80s, Line of Battle? I think that's what it was. Kind of their generic platoon level NATO Warsaw Pact. They came out with like three games for it, but it had a campaign system similar to this point to point. So okay, so we got the campaign map, introduction, overview, components. New components, air recon, airstrike, battles, days, operational turns, battlefield controls, road march block, cool, engagement, forward operating base. Okay, then rules into constructing the NATO forces. NATO player may, let's click that, oops. A NATO player may spend up to 1,200 points to construct its forces. A NATO player should consult page 4 of the national unit tables for each NATO nation desired to be included in the campaign to find out the points in their formations, headquarters, and attachments. I was pointing those out earlier, so like I was pointing out the 10 T-80s formation was 600 and some odd points. Then formation cards, how to do that, construct the pack forces. Pact force player may spend up to 1,700 points and to construct his force. So yeah, if you want the 10 T-80s, that's almost a third of your points right there for 10 units. But then again, of course, designers notes all the above are just starting suggestions for you. Feel free to adjust the point values and close air support assignments as you see fit. Have fun. Okay, set up your HQs on the respective operational maps. Sequence of play. Engineering, operational map movement, battle setup, artillery support, executing battles, post-battle resolution, replacement tables, replacements, how to withdraw, airstrikes. So, 14 pages of rules. Not bad for a full campaign system, really. So, I'll take a look here. Oh, this has got the big Soviet. I think that's not Stavka. That might be High Command. Okay, so this is counter reference and sequence of play. Operational map movement, sequence of play, air recon tables. Here's the counters with all the administrative counters needed in this. Very cool. And then the NATO is also just the same thing with, unit references. Counter references, sequence play reference. And what is this? This is terrain effects chart. So it looks like the game, you're probably going to want to print a copy or get a copy of this and print it out. I don't know if it's going to be available online or if they're going to have a couple extras thrown in. Let's see, did I check all the? Oh, here it is. All right, never mind. Derp. Here's the campaign map. Campaign day track, campaign day track covers 3 campaign days, turns, the legends, holding boxes, and point to point. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I think I'm gonna have fun with this one. If I play this, what I may do is just not do each battle, but give an overview. All right, this formation moved from here to here, engaged forces. This is what the battle overview kind of was. If I decide to do the campaign game, I may do it that way. So, oh my God, I am like completely exhausted. This has taken so much out of me. And I'm about to beat a child outside. That is not a whistle you are hearing, if you can hear it. That is actually a child screeching. We may go out and yell at them in a little bit about that. So that is The drive on Giessen. And honestly, if nothing else, this was the thing I was most interested in receiving. And from the looks of it, I mean, it just says, I mean, if you want to use West German forces in the campaign, you can against, say, East German forces or against Czechoslovakian or, whatever. Hell, I suppose if you wanted to, you can do, blue on blue. NATO versus NATO. There's nothing stopping you from doing that if you want to do, how NATO would operate against NATO. I'm exhausted. So there we go, boys and girls. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much everything from the Kickstarter. All the Kickstarter stretch goals. Yeah. This is a ton of stuff. This is going to take me a bit to get through. Yeah, that's basically essentially the entire Kickstarter and everything that you've ordered. That's what you're going to get, boys and girls. Again, this is just the prototype sets. The final sets are going to look more professional because they're coming from an actual printing house and not done in-house by David and the crew. So again, if you haven't picked this up yet, I would really suggest going to the Kickstarter page and seeing if you can still get the full Kickstarter with all the stretch goals, almost $500 worth of material for $100. I mean, seriously, it's one of the most complete, best Kickstarters I've ever seen. There we go, boys and girls. Lock and Load Publishing, World at War 85, Storming the Gap, Kickstarter et al. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section. I'll see everybody next time. See ya!